Hey everyone, so the other day someone told me that on their computer they had this warning that said your operating system will lose support, so upgrade immediately. And this person asked me, hey, is that real or is that a virus? Which I think is a fair question. And the answer to that question is yes, this is real, this is legitimate. As of April 8th, 2014, Microsoft is going to end support for Windows XP. What that means is if you're running Windows XP right now, you need to stop doing that by April 8th, 2014, basically. And so a lot of people know about that, but what a lot of people don't know is that on the Apple side of things, OS 10.6 or Snow Leopard has also lost support, has already lost support. And so really the last two times Apple upgraded its OS 10 system, it upgraded 10.7, 10.8, and 10.9, but it did not issue out a patch or upgrade for 10.6 Snow Leopard, and obviously anything lower than that also is not supported. So if you're running 10.6 Snow Leopard right now, you've lost support from Apple and you could have critical security vulnerabilities. So yeah, so what exactly is OS support? And OS is operating system. Operating system support means that the company that manufactures that system is responsible for issuing out updates to all of its customers, and these updates usually will enable new features, will fix bugs in the existing system, and patch vulnerabilities. What vulnerabilities are basically weaknesses in the system that were not realized before that could lead to an attacker being able to do bad things on your system, basically, to be able to steal your data or gain access and run their own programs on your system, steal passwords, all kinds of things like that. So a lot of people think, oh, I don't want to update my operating system, because the features they bring are never important, or I never want them, or oh, I liked it the old way better. But they're not realizing that, well, they're also fixing critical bugs, but most importantly, they are closing these vulnerabilities. And so it's really important that you always keep your operating system up to date. And for that matter, while I'm on that, it's also important to always keep your web browser up to date, because the web browser for most people is the most important application you're going to run on your system, and so you want to make sure security vulnerabilities are patched in that also. Okay, so what do you do if you're running either Windows XP or Mac OS 10.6 Snow Leopard? Well, the first thing you can do is upgrade to the latest versions of that operating system. So if you're running Windows XP, the latest version of Windows is 8.1. If you're running Snow Leopard on an Apple Mac, then the latest version of OS 10 is Mavericks 10.9. Alright, and from the Microsoft Store, Windows 8.1 is $120. There's an upgrade version available I found on Amazon for $97. And upgrading to OS 10 Mavericks is free if you already own OS 10. So that's pretty cool. But the biggest problem with upgrading is, especially if you're running Windows XP right now, you probably have a very old computer and it might not meet the system requirements. So yeah, so in the notes to this video I'll include links where you can look up minimum system requirements and check to see if your computer is able to run the latest. The second option that you have if you're running one of these end of support systems is you can buy a new computer. All right, so um, yeah, and the third option is you can install Linux on that machine. And this is, if you have a Mac, an old Mac, this is, you're probably not gonna want to do this. It's a little difficult to do. But if you're running Windows XP on a PC, then this is a real option. And what Linux is an open source and free operating system that is that's available online, and it'll run it's able to run on very low resources. So even if you have very old hardware, you can still run Linux, and in fact it can use even less resources than Windows XP. So you might even find it running faster, and it's maintained very well, so it always has up-to-date software. And so the main drawback to switching to Linux is if you're using very specialized Windows software, it might not be available. But if all you do on your XP box is check your email and surf the web, then that's things that Linux is great at. And so so that's a real option. And if there's a lot of interest in that, I may make a video on how to try out Linux. But that's yeah, so that's basically it. It's really important to be thinking about these things, like, is my operating system supported? And if after watching this video you realize, oh shoot, my operating system is no longer supported or is going to lose support on April 8th, then the main things that you can do is, if your computer is, you know, maybe 2 or 3 years old, you can probably upgrade to the latest operating system. And so you can check out links to that in my notes. And if not, if it's older hardware, then you can try installing Linux on it, which will be able to, you know, run a browser and email client really well. And but if you don't want to, if you're not adventurous and you don't want to try that, then it's probably time that you buy a new computer. So yeah, so I hope this video was helpful, and if you have any questions, you can yeah, shoot me a question in the comments. Alright, thanks.